Hi, I'm Robert.
Hi, I'm Brian.
We are two bears and a bus.
Hey everybody, it's day 40. Can't believe we've been doing this for 40 days. It's been a lot of work and stressful and amazing and awesome all at the same time. We also realized after 40 days, you guys don't know who we are, or most of you don't know who we are, and why the heck we're doing this.
So before we get into day, cat. So, okay, reset.
So, before we get into today's build, it might be nice to give you a little intro and talk about who we are. So, Robert and I met 8+ years ago. He is my husband and my best friend.
You know, Beyonce says if you like it, put a ring on it.
So, we love traveling, we love adventure. Our friends would always ask where we are in the world. We live part-time in Hawaii, which is amazing. Shout out to our Hawaiian friends and Hawaiian ohana, aloha. We've been to Southeast Asia a couple times. We rode motorbikes around Bali. We've been to Australia a couple times. Traveled to Mexico, traveled to Panama. Done some pretty big road trips across the US when we moved him from Texas all the way to Vancouver, Canada. That was quite the
Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh yeah, that was very Beverly Hillbillies. Everything but the raccoons on the roof. We even rode motorbikes last year across Vietnam. I think I can put a link in the video here or here. So if you want to watch that, check it out. It's about 20 minutes long, but it sort of captures our whole adventure. We love riding motorbikes, and we have done lots of motorcycle adventures with our friends locally. What's up, moto hosers? And also internationally done lots of motorbike trips as well. We have also been to Burning Man plenty of times, including running our own theme camp. What's up, picklebackers? We love you all. And also our Conception family, we love you too. One of the things that we've been really interested in doing is some tiny living. Wanted to get some land potentially at some point, but right now we live in the city in a condo, and it's very hard to do a build. So that has really been a bit of a problem from a logistical perspective for us. Thankfully, our parents live up here near Kenton, and they have a big driveway with a double car garage and lots of tools. So that has given us a luxury. Plus, Mom has been cooking some great meals. Thank you, Mom. So we wanted to explore tiny living a little bit. We took a tiny house workshop hosted by the amazing Kenton Zerbin. This guy's a genius when it comes to tiny living and permaculture. So if you don't know who he is, check him out. I'll throw a link in the bio to, I believe he has a YouTube channel or Instagram. But yeah, follow him. He's a really interesting guy, super passionate about life and tiny living and permaculture and just living closer to the earth. So we want to explore living tiny in this bus. It'll be something mobile, something that we can potentially park on land somewhere, and at the same time, something we can take somewhere. We can take it back to Burning Man, for example. We can drive across Canada, we can drive across the US, through North America. You know, it gives us a little bit more flexibility to live tiny but also travel. So we're doing it in our style, which tends to be mission style, steampunk meets Victorian, kind of old-timey old stuff. So that's sort of the style we're going with, you can see by the door there. But stay tuned for updates, and we'll take you through this build. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. It's been a great adventure so far. I just have a few things to do under the bus still, so not super excited about that, but they're just small, and I should be able to wrap them up pretty quick. What I've done is that up there is the valve. It's like a pressure release valve. So when there's pressure on the tank, it will open. And then this is the drain. The drain comes through to this gate hatch, I guess you call it. And this gate hatch had a handle that attached here, but I actually took the handle off and threaded some rod through there. And it goes up in the bus, so you can actually pull it open from inside the bus. And then we can stick a hose in here and point it wherever we want if there's a drain nearby. Robert is slowly working on the outer panels that are going to be painted black from the outside, so it looks a little bit more stealth in here and you don't see all this wood. It's looking good. And here you can see my valve to do the open and release, but I'm just cutting a block of wood here. that will act as a guide because the threads want to rub on the metal, and that'll guide it through a bit better. So here's the valve on the inside. Open, close. Okay, so I'm filling up the tank with water and we're gonna test the valve here. All right, Robert, pull it. Look at that, works like a charm. Close it. Sweet. It's the little things.
Painting panels.
So this was 2 coats of the other stain. It's too light, we don't like it. And so we got this Tudor polyurethane stain mixed in one, and that gives us the richness we want. So we're gonna recoat all these boards and then throw them on top of the bus in the sun and let them dry, and then we should be able to cut them up and use them inside the bus, but that's a nice rich color.
And Mom's helping. Are you drinking a Caesar, Mom? Oh, okay, good. It's after lunch, so you're good.
Start putting all these panels in that he cut and painted. So you can see how these black panels now frame the outside of the window. And then we can see how the wood's all there, but on this one, you know, minus the green tape, it just is black. So it makes it a little bit more stealth. Just letting these sheets dry up on the bus here because it's nice and hot, so they'll get a good baking in the sun. So today was delivery day for a bunch of stuff that all kind of came at once, but we got the other 2 solar panels, our 12-volt fridge, and then this is a bunch of electrical stuff. So awesome. We've been busy staining the paneling wood, and we finally got the color we want. It looks nice and rich. It matches some of these, or close to anyways. This is getting there, it's a little light. We still have a couple more coats. This was the original wood. So we've got all the panels in place now to cover up the wood. You can still sort of see where the windows are on the inside that are cut out, but it definitely makes it like more stealth. Once all the windows are closed, it just kind of will be black inside, and we also are gonna have curtains, so it's looking rad. Hi, little kitty. What are you doing? We scored some great flooring on Marketplace, so I'm just headed there now to go pick it up. Got our flooring, definitely looks rad. It's gonna go really well with the style, and we got all of it for $100 plus all the underlay. So friggin' score.
Oh, the new flow for the bus, yeah.
Going to install these leveling jacks now. They're gonna go on the back side of the bus, and you know, we can use it to level, aka stabilize too, so there's less bounce in the bus.
Got these stabilizer jacks attached to the chassis. Woohoo, I'm done being under the bus for a while.
So this is our final paneling sort of color. This is what we thought it was gonna do, but it didn't. So we did an extra coat, and it looks pretty good. Definitely feeling it.
So Robert got the front of the bus stuff painted here around the door tonight with the enamel paint and all the steps, so looking good. Let that dry overnight. We'll still have to be careful stepping on in the morning, but another small task, check.
That about wraps it up for day 40. We did a lot of running around, and we also got a lot of things done, a lot of little things, a lot of important and minor things, or seem minor but are important. And it was an awesome day for receiving a lot of stuff that we've been waiting for to finish some of the build. I'm gonna wrap up today by showing off the 12-volt fridge that came in. This is the Chili Moose Big Buck 80-liter, 3 cubic feet, dual door portable fridge and freezer. We supported a Canadian company with this 12-volt fridge. It has 2 compartments. It can be used for fridge or freezer for either. Pretty good amount of space. It's 80 liters, so you know, it's sort of your typical apartment-sized fridge. This sort of shows the temperature of the left and right box. The compressor just kicked on, so I'm seeing how long it takes to run and how much battery it uses up. It also has this cool function here of a light, which puts the light on in both sides. Probably won't have that on often as it's battery wasting. Currently I just have it plugged into a 60 amp hour battery box that I put together that I use at Burning Man. So I want to see how much it runs down the batteries. So end of day 40. Pretty awesome.